Well, welcome back to Monthly Rewind Season 22, our May show, our final show of the year. I would just like to say a quick goodbye to all the seniors and with a great year. For the last show, this is my last segment, which will be Teacher Appreciation Day, which will be about all the teachers we just want to say thanks to, especially Marty because he's the man. Although school may be boring at times, and you may even sometimes dread even going, there's always that one class you look forward to going to every day. It may not just be the class that amuses you, but instead the teacher who keeps the class fun and also entertaining rather than just dull and boring. On May 8th, it is declared that this day is dedicated to National Teacher Appreciation Day. This is when WTHS and others as a whole come together and we show our appreciation to all the teachers that have made a big impact on our lives. During this day, some food establishments are even giving away free food for teachers to show their appreciation. With so many great teachers to choose from at WTHS, I asked a few students, can they narrow it down to one teacher that has inspired them the most?
The teacher that inspires me the most is Mr. Giverson because he makes learning more interesting.
Teacher inspires me the most is Miss Hall because she influenced me to do good in school.
The teacher that inspired me the most is Mrs. Bagaki because she taught me a lot about math.
Anything I get on it,
Teacher
it's going to bring you up.
Appreciation Day should be considered a very unique but also important day. I asked a few students, were they aware that May 8th was the Teacher Appreciation Day?
I was aware that May 8th was Teacher Appreciation Day, and I think teachers should be appreciated because they have to deal with a lot of students every day, and it's like a pain in your butt sometimes, a lot of times, so I think it's very awesome that they haven't gotten sent yet.
I was unaware that May 8th is Teacher Appreciation Day.
I was unaware that May 8th was Teacher Appreciation Day, but I feel like students should know more that that is Teacher Appreciation Day because teachers are such a big influence on us that we don't understand.
All in all, some teachers do a lot more than they have to, so they were able to see their students pass with flying colors. Some teachers even have seen some of their students go on and do some big things in life. So for my final question, I asked, is there anything you would like to say to your favorite teacher?
Thank you, Mr. G, for keeping math entertaining and not as boring as it used to be.
I would like to say to Miss Hall that to keep up the good work, keep influencing your students as you did to us.
I would like to say thank you to Mrs. Bagaki because she helped me pass her class, and pre-calc is a very hard class, and somehow I have an A in it, so thank you.
On behalf of Monthly Rewind Season 22, I'm Dominic Murphy, and we say thank you to all the teachers.
That was Dom's segment on Teacher Appreciation Day. Now here's my segment on ROTC Final Awards, an awards ceremony that happens every single year where they give out local awards and national awards to ROTC cadets who show integrity throughout the school year. Every year, the NJ 932nd ROTC Corps at WTHS hosts the annual Final Awards in the 1112 Auditorium. This event marks the last uniform wear of the year for ROTC and the last outside gathering of the Corps until next year's dining out.
Yes, I'm really glad the tradition keeps carrying on. It's really fun every year.
I'm glad that it goes on. It's actually been going on for the last 25 years, so it's a nice way to end the year and give back to all the cadets who have given and put their time and their effort into the Corps. It's a great way to say thank you and to honor them for what they've done throughout the year.
I'm glad the tradition of Final Awards goes on every year because it's important to recognize our cadets and their accomplishment for an entire school year.
Final Awards, a mandatory event for all cadets to attend, first opens up with the Call to Arms and the Star-Spangled Banner. This year is sung by Cadet Peyton Kelly.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the red.
Next comes the start of the National Awards. These awards are some of the highest honors in the Corps, and each cadet who earned one must have been nominated by an ROTC instructor. Some of these awards included the Air Force Sergeants Association Award, Military Order of the Purple Heart Award, American Legion Scholastic Award, and finally the Air Force Association Award. After National Awards came the presentation of the drill team and color guard varsity letters and the induction of the new members of Kitty Hawk by Cadet Brandon Hickson, ROTC's own version of the National Honor Society. The ROTC senior scholarships were also given out to certain graduating cadets who showed integrity in the Corps, with awards ranging from $250 to $1,000 by the Parent Booster Club.
I think the awards went really well and everyone that received them did good. I got this one.
I think they were chosen well. I think all the cadets who earned the rewards deserve them. They clearly put their time and their effort in, and they earned them. I think it went well with the handing out. We set everything up in the back, so it was very organized, and we had everything, like we knew where stuff was going and everything like that. I did receive an award for doing final awards, so that was nice.
I think the giving out of the awards went well. Our cadets took charge of the program. They do everything. Our cadets do everything. They, Taylor Tracy, Peyton Kelly, Caroline Graham, took over the program. I did very little to none of it, and they did everything. It was fantastic. And this is a cadet-run corps. They did everything great.
After a short intermission, the handing out of awards paused to honor the members of the NJ 932nd Corps that will soon be joining the military when they graduate. Matt Fasolini, Taylor Tracy, Peyton Kelly, Shannon Garate, and Peyton Kelly will be joining separate branches of the military, along with Jay Kulikowski, Caitlin Vitsum, and Jackie Welch, who will be joining Air Force ROTC in college. Local awards were given out next based on the completion of events throughout the school year. Receival of the award shows not only excellence in the program, but also in their classes and community. Some of these awards included the Longevity Ribbon, Activities Ribbon, Attendance Ribbon, and Academic Ribbon. Since so many of these are given out to cadets in the Corps, they are asked to stand up when their name is called rather than walking up onto the stage. Next came the most emotional part of the night. Cadet Peyton Kelly made a video to show the journey of the senior ROTC cadets throughout all 4 years, from activities, dances, field trips, and community service events, to name a few. The pictures of all 43 senior cadets' baby pictures were shown, along with their ROTC superlative, then switching to pictures of them in senior year and their future plans, whether it be the military or college.
I think the video was really good. Really touched about how awesome the seniors were this year. Really sad to see them go because they're all awesome.
I think it went really well. Peyton did a really good job, and she put a lot of time into it. I'm sad to be leaving, but also happy because I get to do bigger things and better things. So it's kind of happy but sad at the same time.
I'm sad to see the seniors go. The video didn't make me cry because I really don't have a heart. I'm more of a cyborg. But I'm sad to see this group of seniors go. The class of 2018, 43 seniors in ROTC, and all 43 of them are great students. I'm going to miss every one of them. This is my favorite class so far. I'm not allowed to have favorites, but this is my favorite class so far.
To conclude the night, Principal Ann Moore gave a speech on the importance of the ROTC Corps in the high school and their community service opportunities. Lieutenant Colonel Lumpkin was then welcomed onto the stage to announce the new Corps commander for the first marking period. Cadet Cameron Wade was announced as the recipient, where she then takes her first duty of dismissing the crowd from the awards ceremony.
Dismissed.
All in all, this year's final awards was another successful night. The ROTC cadets were happy to have received some of the most honorary awards in Air Force Junior ROTC and have high hopes for next year's Dining Out, Military Ball, and Final Awards. This is Brandon Searles with Monthly Rewind, Season 22.
That was Brandon's segment on ROTC Final Awards. With the school year coming to an end, there are many final events to wrap up the year. Check out my segment on the Sadie Hawkins dance, where girls get the chance to ask guys to the dance.
Township Senior Prom is an event that students look forward to all year. Senior Prom is a fun time for all the students to dress up and have fun with their friends. It is held at the Sheraton Atlantic City, which allows for a fun weekend down the shore after prom. With Senior Prom being right before Memorial Day weekend, the days leading up to prom were very stressful and exciting for most seniors. Township students talk about their experiences leading up to this year's Senior Prom.
Yes, because I had to get all my appointments together and ready, and I had to get ready to go down the shore.
Yes, because I had to focus on getting ready and getting my hair appointments and stuff, and then packing for the shore at the same time, and school, and everything was just stressful.
So I didn't really think it was that stressful. Obviously that's from a guy's point of view. I mean, I don't have to get my hair, nails done or anything like that, so it wasn't stressful for me. I was just pretty much looking forward to it and looking forward to the weekend.
Although the week leading up to prom can be tiresome, once the day finally comes, everyone is excited to get dressed up, take pictures, and dance all night with their friends. Each student has a favorite part of the night, whether it be dancing all night or even the food at the venue.
My favorite part of prom was probably wearing my dress and seeing everybody all fancy and nice, and I just had a lot of fun.
My favorite part about prom was dressing up and being able to hang out with all my friends and spend the night together.
My favorite part was probably, I have a lot of friends in the senior grade, so seeing them all together having a good time was a great part, and I was just glad I could be a part of that.
With Senior Prom being a huge success, there are many great things that happen throughout the night. However, there are some things that students don't enjoy as much. Township students share their opinion on their least favorite part of senior prom.
I actually wasn't a fan of the music. I thought he had like good spurts of music that he had, but I wish he kind of stayed true to like normal prom songs.
Probably walking up the stairs in my dress, dragging my dress all night long, and just all the stress, I guess.
My least favorite part? Walking up the steps in my dress.
Every student gets the chance to experience junior and senior prom while in high school. Although they are both similar, there are some differences that can make or break a person's overall experience at the dance. Many students agree that senior prom was a more fun dance, while others believe that junior prom was less stressful and just as fun.
I like junior prom better because I think more people had fun, because I think everybody just wanted to go down the shore this year and didn't really want to be at prom. So
I had to say junior prom because I felt like everyone was more involved on the dance floor, and everyone was really into it. Senior prom was awesome, but I'd have to go with junior prom.
Each year at prom, students often have a strong opinion on whether or not they like the DJ. Many students can agree that the songs are good, however it is not good dancing music. This year's DJ left positive and negative impressions on the students.
he was okay. He could have played more songs that you could dance to.
I thought he did a good job of kind of throwing it back to older songs, but I don't think he did a great job of going to the newer stuff and the most recent stuff, which is what a majority of the school knows.
Township Senior Prom is a great event that brings the senior class together one last time at the end of their high school career. Each student can have fun with their friends and enjoy being with their classmates. Along with the many other end-of-the-year senior activities, prom is definitely a senior event where amazing memories are made. For the last time, I'm Jade Ionase from Monthly Rewind Season 22.
You should watch Jade's segment on Sadie's. If it weren't for mothers, many of us wouldn't be where we were today. And that's why every year on the second Sunday of May, we come together and have a day dedicated to appreciating our mothers. Here's my segment on Mother's Day.
Mother's Day this year is Sunday, May 13th. Every year on the second Sunday of May, families come together to appreciate their mothers. Created in 1908 and made an official U.S. holiday in 1914, Mother's Day is meant to honor motherhood and all the hard work that mothers do for their children.
I did not spend time with my mother this Mother's Day because I had to work from 10:30 to 9 o'clock at night.
Yes, and we had dinner together.
On Mother's Day, we just had a nice dinner, and then we went and visited my mom.
The first Mother's Day was created by Anna Jarvis in 1908 when she held a memorial for her mother at St. Jarvis Methodist Church. She wanted to make Mother's Day a recognized holiday in the U.S. because she believed a mother is the person who has done more for you than anyone in the world. Today, kids usually give their mothers gifts or help around the house to show appreciation for all the things that mothers do year-round.
So I couldn't be with my mom on Mother's Day because of work, but we bought her a gift card. She wanted this to Home Depot because she just bought a house, so she wants to get all the stuff from Home Depot.
We went to my mom's house for dinner, and then we gave her a gift card and some flowers.
I got her some flowers and just was with her the whole day.
If you're doing anything for your mom on Mother's Day, it is pretty obvious that you appreciate her. An important thing to think about, though, is why do you appreciate your mom? Maybe because she cooks for you every day or works to provide for your family, or even if she's just there for you whenever you need her to be.
She's done a lot for me over the years and always has me above everyone else.
I appreciate my mom because she does a lot for me. Even now, she used to drive me around when I was in high school and stuff when I couldn't drive. And she always is nice, even when I'm not so nice to her, and she does everything for me.
I appreciate my mom because she sacrificed a lot for us when we were growing up and did without some things so that me and my three sisters could have a lot of nice things.
Lots of people appreciate their mom on Mother's Day and throughout the year, but most don't stop and actually think about what it takes to be a mom.
It takes a lot, Mothers really need to put their children before themselves.
What's it take to be a mother? Giving birth.
Caring for children can be very difficult, which is why we have a dedicated day to appreciating our moms. And while it may be hard work, it is clear that many mothers love their jobs.
My favorite part about being a mother is seeing my kids grow and being happy in things that they enjoy doing and just spending time with them.
All in all, Mother's Day is a holiday that has remained pretty much the same for its over 100-year existence. The general idea is to appreciate your mom and all the hard work she does for you in life. I'm Jeff Salamone, reporting for Month 31, Season 22.
That was Jeff's segment on the wonderful holiday of Mother's Day for all the mothers out there. Now here's my segment on Oblivion Her Majesty, a local band from the Philly area that is trying to get its start as a new age sort of rock band. So here's my segment, and I'll tell you a little bit about the band. Music has been a part of our society for hundreds of years. Classical music led to genres such as folk tunes, jazz, hip-hop, and rock and roll centuries later. As times go on, becoming a successful new artist becomes increasingly difficult, but some artists have enough creativity to create their own unique sound to distinguish them from the rest of the thousands of artists in the world. In May of 2015, two friends, guitarist Will Schmidt and former keyboardist and vocalist Ian McKenzie, birthed the idea of the new age rock band Oblivion Her Majesty.
So Oblivion Her Majesty is actually the name of a ship in a story that originated from the first three main members of the band. It was me, Mike, and our former keyboardist Ian. Oblivion Her Majesty was, again, another oxymoron a little bit. So what happens in the story is that there's this man named James Burke, and he builds this underground fleet to rise up against the government who's leaving these people left for dead on Earth. He has his own ship called Oblivion, which is a little bit of foreshadowing where this story is headed, because what winds up happening is that this queen ship, Oblivion Her Majesty, leads everybody into a black hole or into oblivion. And there's so many other images and themes behind that to make that make more sense, but the name was a physical part of the story. That's where that came from.
After creating Oblivion, Will and Ian brought on drummer Mike Lombardo and vocalist Sidney DiBernardo to begin creating new, electronically influenced music. The band first performed together at a small show in Philadelphia in January of 2015. A few months later, Ian met the band's current audio engineer, Matthew Ticino, who took them to Milk Boy Studios, the #1 music studio in Philadelphia. With this opportunity, Oblivion has been working on their first studio album, Hopeless Masterminds, set to release in January of 2019.
So this first album is an introduction to Oblivion Her Majesty. It's their first, real release. I mean, they dropped an EP, but that was, kind of a teaser for the album. So they have their vision of what they want the album to sound like, and I'm just trying to make it a reality. It's pretty fun working with them and stuff, but I think the viewers can expect some new, groundbreaking material that's gonna, hopefully change music. Hopefully for the better, of course, but just make an impact.
Absolutely anything. So when I started writing music myself, all I had was my little iPad from high school. I found GarageBand, and I think, which is really weird how this happened, but I think my writing abilities and creativity stemmed from playing with all the electronic sounds and stuff like that. And then on top of that, grew up in classic rock, and then got into post-punk and metal and stuff like that. Got into college and found people listen to hip hop, and so obviously everybody likes a good pop song, but I think none of those genres should be excluded from this album. The best way to put our music is experimental, because I make experimental music, whether it's unorthodox ways of playing guitar, or I have a studio session booked in about a month where I'm coming in and we're setting up this live room mics and we're just gonna make sounds and see how I can make space in here.
In September 2018, the band will be traveling to San Diego to perform in the Kaboom Music Festival along with names like the Foo Fighters, Imagine Dragons, Katy Perry, Post Malone, and many more.
I can't even say it, really. It just feels unreal. Like I haven't really registered it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. For me, it was incredible because I just joined the band when I found out Kaboo for a month. It's only been a month, and I found out about Kaboo, and I just was in disbelief.
It was less than a month.
Less than a month.
Literally like 2 weeks. And I was like, hey, Jake, we're going to
I thought they were kidding. And I was like, shut up.
The last 3 years finally make sense because like a year and a half of surviving off Chinese food and not sleeping and sharing a couch in the studio with Matt finally means something. So
yeah, I feel
like
it's like a launching pad for us. Like this is our first like really big and serious gig, so I feel like it's really pushed us to work harder and harder to get the best that we can be for that show and strive to do more things like that and bigger.
Got a lot to lock down. That's for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of tightening up to do.
With the music industry continuing to grow and becoming increasingly challenging, it can be difficult for artists to break out into the market. As the world advances and technology becomes more futuristic, so does music. With their new age rock sound strongly influenced by the band Muse, Oblivion Her Majesty seeks to be one of the next bands entering the billboards. The band has continued to grow and added new members Rachel Bellow on bass, Adam Federbush on guitar, and Jake Durante Collar on keyboard and vocals.
Well, what I want them to accomplish is what they want to accomplish. It's really not my control. I just make the music. I make it sound good and, something that they can deliver to people, I want people to feel moved. It's their vision, but I want people to feel moved. The viewers to feel moved. And, I think, the songs they've written can easily do that. I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, so I asked a really good friend of mine, outstanding writer by the way, I asked him what would be one sentence to describe what we sound like. And his one sentence was actually a word. He said allegory. So that was something.
As Oblivion continues to work on their first album, Hopeless Masterminds is sure to help the band achieve their dreams. I'm Josh Justino, final report for Monthly Rewind Season 22.
That was Josh's segment on Oblivion Her Majesty. Now here's my segment, last segment of the year. So we're moving into the summer. We're going to talk about Wildwood. It's one of the biggest tourist spots in New Jersey. There's the boardwalk, the beach. There's tons of places to eat. Sam's Pizza, shout out. It's a big thing. Let's see everybody get hyped for it.
With summer vacation just around the corner, excitement is in the air, as everyone anticipates the many activities brought on by the warmer weather. One of which is a visit to the city of Wildwood, New Jersey, a popular vacation spot that truly has it all.
Yeah, I go to Wildwood every summer. It's pretty fun. I like hanging out with my friends that are down there.
I do like go to Wildwood because the kids enjoy the rides, so it's a lot of fun for them.
Yeah, I go to Wildwood occasionally, like every other summer. Go there down for a weekend or two and stay at my aunt's shore house. It's pretty fun.
Wildwood, which was originally founded on May 1st, 1895, is a small city with a population of just over 5,000. Although there are many attractive elements of the town, including the food, parks, and entertainment, the two biggest tourist draws are the public beach and the 2-mile boardwalk. With both being so popular, everyone definitely has a favorite.
The boardwalk. I'm not a sand kind of person.
Yeah, I like to go down to the ocean more often because I like to go surfing with my surfing buddies. We usually go out every week. We try and hit up as much as often as possible. It's fun.
I definitely like the boardwalk better. I'm not a beach person.
Even if you do prefer the beach, the boardwalk still offers up many different ways to have fun, the largest of which being the vast assortment of rides, which occupy its 3 piers. Whether visitors are looking for an adrenaline-boosting thrill ride or a calmer, more relaxed one, the Wildwood Piers have it all, including Mariner's Ferris Wheel and Ghost Ship, the Surfside Piers Nor'easter, and the Adventure Piers Great White.
Yeah, my favorite ride's the Ferris wheel, the giant one. I like seeing the ocean views. Pretty sick up there.
I'm not really into rides anymore, but I take my kids on the little rides, so I would have to say the elephants.
My favorite ride is Nor'easter because they just boosted it up. They made it all sick, and now
Now it's painted all nice and it's real fun.
As mentioned before, one of the many reasons for Wildwood's immense popularity is the wide variety of restaurants located there, which sell everything from ice cream and pizza to seafood and sandwiches. Some of the most visited spots are Duffers, Sam's Pizza Palace, Hassel's Ice Cream, and Max. With so many different options, there is certainly something for everyone.
So I really like eating at Curly's because, you know, I'm a greaseball. I love the French fries and stuff. It's just really good.
I like to go to Sam's. I guess it's just a tradition. So I've been doing it since I was little.
I like Hassel's because, you know, they got like ice cream and waffles and just the best there. It's right near Ed's Funcade, so, you know, you go in, you eat ice cream, and then you Ed's Funcade it up. It's real fun.
Along with the beach, boardwalk, and restaurants, there are many other things to enjoy in the city of Wildwood, including mini golf courses, indoor arcades, record stores, and fudge kitchens. On top of this, there are a great deal of annual events, such as the Beach Blast Soccer Tournament, the 4th of July firework display, and the many boardwalk string band parades.
I really look forward going to the arcades and stuff because I like playing all the games, and the poker especially I like playing because I kind of have a gambling addiction, but it's still pretty fun.
I enjoy watching the fireworks down in Wildwood. It's a lot of fun.
My kids love seeing the fireworks, so we always make sure that we're there for that.
Just like the years prior, the summer of 2018 will bring a massive number of people to the very enjoyable, lively environment of Wildwood, creating yet another memorable summer for both its residents and visitors. This is John Machichi reporting for Monthly Rewind, Season 22.
You just watched John's segment on Wildwood Hype, you know, with summer coming. But also when summer means the graduating class of 2018, now the junior class moves up to 2019. So watch my segment about the juniors going in their senior year.
With junior year coming to a close and summer finally arriving for the graduating class of 2019, this will be a step up to the top dogs of the school. There's many popular sayings such as high school will be the greatest years of your life, but that would be gone in a blink of an eye. Some people feel like that when you walk in as a freshman during first period and you leave as a senior, 8th period. Senior year is known as one of the most exciting and memorable times of your life where events and emotions are all mixing.
I'd say I'm most looking forward to probably the classes that I chose because I finally took classes that I wanted to take, that I'm interested in, and like they pertain to my major and stuff like that.
I'm most looking forward to just having it be senior year and be the last of my high school career.
Being able to drive and park in school.
Senior year has many events and activities that most people are looking forward to. I asked a couple seniors what activity they're most looking forward to.
Okay, I'd say I'm most excited for senior prom because you go to Atlantic City and it's like a really big deal.
I'm most looking forward to senior trip just because we're going to Disney and having some fun with my boys.
Probably senior trip.
Now, dealing with senior year, a lot of it has to deal with college. So I talked to some kids about how, you know, college programs that they visit or military programs that they're going to do.
Okay, so last summer, I actually did an internship at Berkeley in California, and it was for like healthcare and nursing, and I decided that I want to go to either University of California, Berkeley, or Vanderbilt in Tennessee for nursing, and then eventually go on to be a nurse anesthetist.
I've been visiting University of Central Florida, Florida State University, and I like to play golf there. And I'm looking to major in hospitality and entrepreneurship.
I have not visited any school programs yet, and I do not know what I'm going to major in.
Happy, sad, bittersweet, memorable. Senior year is described in many different ways.
I would say just kind of like live in the moment because you're seniors and, you know, it's your last year, so just have fun.
Cake.
Unforgettable, I'd probably want it to be.
As a year, congratulations to the graduating class of 2018 and hello to the seniors of the graduating class of 2019. This has been Kyle Hoos reporting live from Season 22.
That was Kyle's segment on the class of 2019, and now here's my segment where I get the inside details of Season 22 seniors and what they plan to do with their futures. Graduation is right around the corner, and with graduation comes starting the next chapter of our lives. But in order to start that next chapter, we all had to make a very scary decision, and that's what college we want to go to and what we want to go for. Even though it's very intimidating, we all had to do it whether we wanted to or not.
So I decided to take the time and ask my fellow Rewinders where they're going to college and what they're going for.
Okay, my name is Lisa Holleran. I'm going to college at RCGC for 2 years, but my plans are to transfer after that, and I'm going to major in arts and humanities there.
I'm Brandon Searles. I'm going to Rowan University to participate in the Communications and Radio, TV, Film program.
I'm Josh Osino. I'm going to Rowan University for Radio, TV, and Film.
Okay, my name is Miguel Morgan. I'm going to school at Rowan College at Gloucester County, RCGC, going for radio, TV, and film.
My name is Jade. I'm going to Manhattan College, and I'll be majoring in communications and media production.
My name is Alexa Meter. I'm going to Camden County College, and right now I'm majoring in liberal arts because I want to explore my options a little bit more.
My name is Tom Copsetta. I'm going to RCGC for 1 more year, and then I'm also going to Rowan University after that for radio, television, and film.
When we finally decide what career we want to do for the rest of our lives, we all hope that we have a support system that believes in us. But when it comes to studying film, sometimes not everyone understands why we want to do this for the rest of our lives.
All right, my family is like very supportive for me doing this just because like I had like a YouTube channel when I was really young and like I was always into acting, so like they always like the film side, and they're very supportive, which I really like because I know not everyone gets that, so it's really nice to have a supportive family.
My parents support me because I've been doing the TV production class for 3 years, and they think I'm like not bad at it, and they're not like against me going. And it is a pretty hard job. There's not like that many openings. It's a pretty competitive job, but I think I'll do fine.
For the most part, my parents have been very supportive of me doing this. I originally was going to go to UArts for the same major, but Rowan offered me a lot more money, and then I kind of realized that UArts was a little bit more geared towards like movies, and I don't really want to go to California to do all that stuff. I would kind of rather stay local, and I know Philly's got a pretty big business for radio, television, and then like there's a couple music studios here. I can make some music videos. So I feel like Philly was kind of better for me.
Yeah, a lot of people in my family have been very supportive about it. They don't really quite understand it, but they're very cool with it. They know it's a good high-paying career if I'm successful, so that's pretty cool.
A lot of people see communications majors as like not really going far in life, but my family and friends have been really supportive, and they definitely have seen what I can do, especially through Monthly Rewind, so I think they're going to be happy with what I can do when I go to college.
No. Like my mom, she thinks that like film is like a bad idea because she knows it's like a small field and all, but like this is like the only thing I'm really interested in, like because she's saying like business and all that stuff, but like I don't really want to be a business person. I want to be like in the film industry.
Being in the field of film has always been interesting because I've been committed to it for about 4 years. I knew I was going into this field. And my parents have always been supportive of pretty much whatever I wanted to do. But going into film, like everybody directly around me has been very supportive. But there's like a stigma in society against film majors sometimes, and just people who try to create for a living, people don't get it. It's just like authors who write books, but it's visual, and it's like storytelling but in another way, and not a lot of people see that as a career option. And they kind of just think of it, like there's a lot of people who think people who just make videos on the internet but get millions of dollars from it, they just think it's a joke and they don't understand it. But things like that can be a living nowadays, and it's something that we have to start to recognize more.
Lastly, I was curious what all the Rewinders were going to do after college. Although we were all going to college for very similar things, there's a lot of different things we can do with the same degree.
My end goal is like after I finish my 2 years at RCGC, I definitely want to transfer to a bigger school and study probably communications and film. And my end like goal is to just like after college, I really want to travel the world and be able to make like small edits for like companies. I don't really know how to explain it, but just like after movie kind of stuff, like very edited stuff, or maybe work on like a film. I think that'd be really cool.
Future plans, become Ryan Seacrest.
After school, I plan to, for the most part, specialize in doing like music videos for various different artists. Because my brother's an audio engineer, so I figure I would have a lot more contacts through him, and we could kind of feed off of each other a little bit. But if that doesn't work out, I would say try to work for a radio station, maybe a sports broadcasting station, and stuff like that.
My end goal is to work for some sports company, and if I don't, I'll make like an independent company of my own and make videos for whoever needs them.
I don't have a specific goal right now, but I really want to obviously graduate college, and I'm hoping to either direct or produce in the future. I'm not really sure if I want to go into television or film or broadcasting, so wherever I end up, I'm sure I'll be happy with it.
Hopefully have an internship at a company whatever field I end up in, whether it's film or not, and hopefully have a job like right after college.
I would say my end goal is, this is pretty much a new goal. I want to make music videos and make movies. That's been a goal for a while, but my new goal has been to create a series of movies that will end up creating another universe that people will want to experience outside of their normal life. And by universe, I mean something like the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, or like Star Wars. You have like all the alternate planets and universe, something like that. Those escapes are like the ultimate escapes in my opinion. So I want to try to make something like that in my lifetime.
And for the last time, I'm Olivia Schaefer, reporting from Monthly Rewind, Season 22.
That was Liv's Ask Rewind segment. Now, since the year is coming to a close, enjoy my mail time on what each of us are going to remember about each other once we leave. Welcome back to Monthly Rewind Mail Time, Season 22. There's been a lot of questions lately, since this is our last episode. We got so many questions, but hopefully the one in this lovely mailbox right here will be a good one. So let me just pop that bad boy open and see what we got inside. All right, let's see. Dear Monthly Rewind, since the final weeks of school are quickly approaching, it means the season of Monthly Rewind Season 22 is coming to an end. My question for you all is, what are each of you going to remember about each other once you walk out of G212? Sincerely, Opal from Arkansas. Well, Opal, I sure do have the answer to that question for you, so if you keep watching this mail time, I'll answer it.
What reminds you of Brandon Saros?
Well, there's a list of things actually that remind me of Brandon. There's Justin Timberlake, Taylor Swift, a bad sense of humor.
A gummy bear is a bear with no teeth.
He always gets his segments finished early. I don't know if you knew that.
Brandon, have you finished your segment?
Finished it like 3 weeks ago, woman.
And he was also on Mr. WT because he reminds us every day.
Brandon, what were you on?
I was Mr. July in Mr. WT.
How
and I was,
conceited.
oh, right there. But I was also, if you didn't know, I was Lexi Bythorpe's homecoming escort.
Cuz. C-U-Z. No one believed that me and Liv, our cousin, and Jeff tried to expose us, but we have pictures and everything. So in this picture, you can see me and my cuz surfing up in Honolulu. This picture, you see me and my cuz at Christmas time celebrating the birth of Jesus. This picture is me at my birthday party when she's the only one who came, unfortunately.
What I'm gonna remember about Dom, I'll probably remember his mom's brownies, just absolutely delicious. Greatest brownies I've ever had.
I'm driving slow because I'm coming down this road, but you
Dom.
can't see at night.
When he's a SoundCloud rapper, just remember his clout levels will be soaring. So I'll just remember where you got to start back in the Monthly Rewind class with the clout goggles.
Okay, so when I think about Jeff, a couple things come to mind. First off, Michelle, his sister. Nice, good. Next, I don't know, Jeff's always coming up with crazy ideas. So, pizza is one of the best ideas.
Have you ever made a pizza in the microwave and the center is cold, right? Right?
No.
Right? The cheese isn't melted in the center. So,
Why are you making pizza? You gotta lay it out properly so it's all even.
it exists.
Unless it's from Papa
So what
John's.
we do is we cut a hole in the center of the pizza and add the excess onto the outer edge. So there's nothing in the center to heat and it gets evenly heated. How is that?
Physics right there.
Is that a good idea?
Yeah, that's
Thank you.
All right, so, you know, Emily, she loves Cruella.
Cruella, 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 Cruella.
You know, if you ever see her in the hallway, don't ever try to approach her when she has her headphones in, because, you know, that could start World War III. Yeah, don't do that.
Emily. Emily. Emily.
What am I gonna remember most about Josh? The thing I'm gonna remember the most is that 9 out of 10 of his segments were about music or a band he likes.
Now here's my segment on the marching band. Now here's my segment on Kaleo. Coming up next is my segment on the mega band concert that featured musicians from 5th grade to 12th grade in the band program.
I'm also gonna remember that he really could never actually record the concerts with us because he was usually in them because he's in band. And if you didn't know, he works at Carolina Blues.
John Bachichi is like the biggest bandwagoner I know. He jumps on to every bandwagon that once somebody starts liking a band, he's like, right on that. He goes to their concert and he's like, I know 3 songs, and he records it on his Snapchat to make him seem cool. John and his PSA, we get it, dude. Like, you did a PSA like 6 years ago, and it's like, it's good, but like, you don't have to keep showing off. Like, cool. Like, Steven Spielberg doesn't keep showing off Jaws. Did that in 1974. Like, we get it.
There's quite a few things I'm gonna remember about Kyle. First of all, the cheese fries. Like, Kyle, eat the cheese fries.
My relationship status. An endless stream of
Eat
diarrhea.
cheese fries.
Yes. You eat the cheese fries.
Another thing about Kyle is his accents. So, for example, chocolate.
So I went to Hershey Park the other day, and you know, I go in the candy store and they ran out of chocolate. I was so upset. Like, the reason I went there was to get a chocolate bar and they didn't even have it.
Also, the way he says Miguel.
I went to this concert the other night and I had my friend Aunt Rosa there. He's a good kid. And also, Miguel was like up close. It was pretty cool. He's actually wearing the shirt.
And the way he says both.
I was working at Dairy Queen and this lady ordered like a couple of Blizzards. And she was like, oh, can you flip them? And I only flipped one, but she's like, can you flip both of them? So I'm like, yeah, so I had to flip both of them, but it was whatever.
So Alexa, let's see. Taylor Swift, every day for probably about a month, just blasting it throughout the entire room. Working a rock and jump with a bunch of 8-year-olds.
Rock and jump.
She did an entire segment on, I believe, Kim Kardashian's baby, I think?
Kylie Jenner.
I think? Kylie Jenner? I'm sorry, an entire segment on Kylie Jenner's baby. That shows how much I cared. That sounds kind of mean.
One thing that we all can remember about her is that she's got like the best hair in the grade. Literally has like purple hair underneath. One thing I did notice about Jade a little bit is that like sometimes I walk into the school and I'm just not feeling it today. Like I'm almost like dead inside. But then you see her walk in and it's like on her bad days, of course, and I'm just like, oh my God, Jade, are you okay?
Hey, my name is Jade.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
So Miguel, he's that guy that we're probably all gonna remember because he always wears pajama pants and he always does this thing that he closes his eyes when he talks, you know, and he's not very fond of it, so he's probably gonna be mad at me while I'm next to him watching this in class, but he's been working on it, it's better, but nah, Miguel, he's one of my favorite Rewind members and members from TV production all 4 years.
Here's some things I can say about Tom. You always have to remember his butter bread sandwich thing that I will never get.
Tell me about your bread and butter sandwich for breakfast.
This?
No, you haven't?
This is bird food.
What? Why do you eat weird things for breakfast?
How is this weird? It's sausage, egg, and cheese.
Yeah, but you just always have weird things. Goodbye.
I don't know who started this in season 21, but somehow Tommy got the name of Tommy Tulip. I don't know who started it. It was probably Carly Dunbar, but that became his nickname, and I will always remember Tommy Tulip.
You just watched Lisa's Mail Time. In 1996, Misty Bouchard decided to make the first ever season on Monthly Rewind. Ever since then, the film industry has changed when it comes to the technology, and then this room has also changed as well. Misty Bouchard has changed, everything has changed, and we're going to go through the evolution of Monthly Rewind. Monthly Rewind is a show put together by students, us, that are interested in the field of telecommunications. The course has been shown to be very successful as former students have came back to show their success. In 1995, Martin Bouchard decided to create a curriculum for his students that were interested in the telecommunications field, which would be known to be Monthly Rewind. For the next 22 years after that, the show has been a part of Washington Township. To say the show has changed since then, however, is an understatement. All the differences between an old episode and a new episode can be seen within a quick glance, and different types of rewinders expressed what is most notable.
So from season 1 to now, definitely quality has changed, obviously, you know, better high quality, like, shows in my opinion, you know, that fuzzy stuff is kind of gone now, so thank God. And just I feel like back then they were kind of like stricter with like how Rewind should be, you know, do school events, do the school this, school that, blah, 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 kind of focusing on just Washington Township High School. But I feel like now, throughout the years, it's kind of just like evolved into like Rewind being its own show with whatever the students in Rewind wanting to do with like whatever they want with their segments, and still kind of relating it to the school and the community. So I think that's like a really big part.
There's two different types of change when it comes to Monthly Rewind, and a lot of things in general. There's trends, and there's physical changes. So physically, you know, they used to use tape, and they would physically cut tape and like mend it together like they do when they used to edit. And there was also trends in the film industry or TV industry back then that were different from now.
What I find different from season 1 up until now is probably, I think people are more creative now just because after seeing the seasons for so many years, you kind of put your own twist on things and you can like be more creative with what people originally did. It kind of sounds weird, but I don't know, I feel like the creativeness like builds within each season.
Another big change from very early seasons is that Monthly Rewind was not always in G Hall, as during season 1 and 2 it was at E Hall in a much smaller room. This was due to the course still being constructed and finished. The room change is very significant as it is much roomier for the students and allows them to get more work done.
If it was in E Hall, I don't really know. I'm not a huge fan of the 11-12 side because I feel like it's really dark, and like especially us being in top of G Hall, it just, you get a lot of light from all the windows and stuff, and I just think it's a much bigger space, and especially this hallway's a lot quieter than E Hall, so I just think like the whole atmosphere is a lot better up here.
I feel like Rewind wouldn't be as advanced as it is now, like with all like with the studios and the whatever this room's, the control room, I forgot the name for a second, because like they really I've seen what it looked like in there like in past Rewinds, and it looks like more like just a classroom with computers in it and stuff, so it definitely wouldn't be as like technology advanced as it is now.
I think if it was at E Hall, like I feel like we really wouldn't have our own space because like the core is really isolated from the rest of the school, so we don't get to scream and like be loud like when we're filming and stuff. So if we were in E Hall, I feel like we'd have to like kind of tone it down, and toning it down is just not what Rewind is. So in all honesty, I feel like Rewind would just not be how it is today for sure.
With Monthly Rewind still going strong, the school has done a good job keeping up with the latest technology as the industry has been upgrading and moving very fast. Two big examples are when the school switched from tape-to-tape editing to digital editing after season 6, and the downsizing and the change of mobility of cameras. This is just a slicage of how the film industry is changing and the effects it has on Monthly Rewind.
I think the film industry moves really quickly because of just things are constantly changing. Like something could happen tomorrow and like someone wants to make a movie about it. Like it just, there's always things that are shifting, and the effect it has on Rewind is that you have to be able to like adapt to those changes so fast and like be able to constantly be up to date with things, because you don't want to be putting out old stuff, like especially with our segments, like you try to do stuff that's current in that month, and like if something switched and like it's not as important as something that just happened, like I don't know, it's kind of just picking and choosing what's important.
Rewind has definitely evolved in the past few years with the video quality. Like I used to call some footage that people take like dancing text, because they have like a very old style rendering setting where you can see the screen jumping up and down like that and it looks like it's dancing. And overall, just with all of the technology moving in the film industry, it directly affects Monthly Rewind, because it's not just filmmakers, like premier filmmakers, you know, that experience these changes. It's everybody who touches a camera. You know, everything's different. The style is different and the techniques. So and you get better quality. Overall, it's getting better.
I feel like the film industry kind of like progressed so much just with the advancement of technology and like camera quality and the equipment and like software and stuff. So that kind of allows Rewind to obviously evolve in that way with the technology evolving. So like we get to experiment more with like the new stuff and get to like have our ideas kind of like be able to be expressed more with like better technology. That's what I think, at least.
Now, with 22 seasons in the books, there is one question that is left unanswered. The future of Rewind has been a debate the entire year since learning of Mr. Bouchard's retirement. Although a lot has changed in the past 22 years, the curriculum for Rewind is one of the few things that has not changed much, and completely changing it for something new is an option. Doing this, however, will end a well-loved legacy, and what can happen is up in the air.
I think that it will probably be a little different because I know the new teacher will probably put her own little touch on the show and everything, try to make it a little more her own and all that kind of stuff. But I think that since we still have people that were in season 22 going in season 23, that they're definitely going to keep a lot of the same stuff. And I think the show will be relatively the same, but it will probably be a little bit different.
Honestly, I feel like we're just going to see a reduction in Rewinder population. It's kind of sad, but the quality of the show will probably remain the same, if not drop a little bit at the beginning of next year because Bouchard's not here. But overall, the main difference we're going to see is style and how the show is made, because without the person, like a new person running it, like yeah, it's still a student producing it, but with a new person like overseeing everything and running the show and grading it in their own way, we're going to start seeing new trends and new style in the segments, so it's going to change the show a lot.
So the future of Rewind is going to be really different, especially since like Rewind started with Bouchard, and like with season 22 being the final one, I feel like with season 23 and beyond, like I feel like with the new teacher, yes, like they're going to have guidance from her and everything, and like she'll probably put down new ideas and stuff, but I feel like Mr. Bouchard has kind of shaped the past 22 seasons for Rewind to be the way it is. But in my opinion, I feel like now that he's going to be gone, I feel like Rewind's going to have to find its own self again.
Regardless, the legacy and future of Monthly Rewind will always be very strong, and it will continue to grow and change throughout the years. To see students go through this course and have successful careers makes this course a huge success as well. Best of luck to Season 23 and the new teacher next year. It's been a fun time here at Rewind. From Monthly Rewind to Season 22, I'm Miguel Morgan.
That was Miguel's segment on the evolution of Rewind, showing us how Rewind changed throughout the years, especially leading up to Mr. Bouchard's farewell. I did my segment on the class of 2018 leaving high school and enjoying their final year here at Washington Township High School. Check it out. It is finally May 2018, the final full month of high school left for the class of 2018. Many seniors have been waiting for this last final stretch for almost years now. As the school year is coming to a close, many students are preparing to leave high school to begin a new chapter in their lives.
Plans after high school are to do music production at Rowan College, Burlington County.
What are my plans after high school, you ask? I'm going to go to the University of Pittsburgh and major in chemistry and get a 4-year degree.
My plans after high school are I'm going to go to Widener University for nursing.
My plans after high school are to attend Ohio State University with a major in neuroscience. Hopefully I'll graduate and go on to medical school and become a dermatologist, but I'd preferably be a stay-home dad.
My plans after high school are to attend Manhattan College and study media production in the communications field.
With finishing up high school, seniors usually look back as to what has happened during their high school career. Many students have reached short-term and long-term goals and accomplished great tasks, getting good grades, to reaching academic success, to winning awards and earning recognition.
My best high school accomplishment has to be making principal's list and honor roll like multiple times, and I also student of the month twice.
My best high school accomplishment would be getting on top 5 for student council. I've been on Stuco for 4 years, so it's definitely like a big deal to be on top 5.
My best high school accomplishment is being voted captain of the JV lacrosse team.
My best high school accomplishment would have to be making People's Choice Awards 2 years in a row, my junior and senior year, because it was a good experience. I felt honored.
Arriving at these goals and tasks have given the students many things to be proud of in what they have accomplished within the last 4 years. Seniors have faced many inevitable challenges along the way, making high school life real as it can be.
The most difficult challenge I faced during high school was definitely Calculus BC. That was really bad. That was pretty rough. Putting myself out there and doing things that I didn't want to do.
Probably just like keeping up with all the work, balancing work and stuff like that.
I think the hardest part about high school is like balancing all your work. I play soccer and softball along with like rewind and Stuco, so it's definitely hard to like do my homework, which I usually don't do, but it's time consuming.
Running into these obstacles through high school, seniors have been prepared for the real world and soon-to-be reality to build up their perseverance and strength in whatever they may do or come across in the future. High school is a traditional experience for all students all over the globe, but everyone doesn't have the same story to tell when it comes to high school, as each person has led a different life in high school.
My best experience in high school had to be Powder Puff. It was always a lot of fun just going against the underclassmen and then the upperclassmen.
So my best high school experience is playing lacrosse for all 4 years because it was very fun and I made a lot of new friends.
My best high school experience was being in senior directed this year. It was a really good time that I'll always remember, and I made a lot of better friends from there.
The last 4 years have given the seniors many unique opportunities to take part in things they could not experience outside of the reach of Washington Township High School. High school is notoriously known for being the 4 most memorable years of your life that you could possibly miss for a lifetime. No matter what you have been through and experienced in high school, mostly everyone has made some kind of memories they will cherish for the rest of their lives.
My most memorable high school moment would have to be like senior trip in a total. It was just a lot of fun being with all my friends, and then like the dance for senior trip was just a lot of fun because my whole class was together.
My most memorable high school moment would be performing Mr. WT in front of a large crowd and in front of my friends and family. That was a night I probably won't ever forget, and it was really fun.
My most memorable high school moment was definitely getting up at like 2 a.m. and coming in right before senior trip to get ready for our plane ride. And just seeing how excited like everyone was, and it didn't matter who you were friends with, everyone was just so happy to like be around each other and leave to go to Disney together.
These memories are what define each and everyone's unique high school experience. From when they first entered the doors of Washington Township High School on the first day of freshman year to the moment everyone's caps are thrown into the air at graduation. High school may or may not be a place that will be missed by many, but it will be a different experience and feeling to walk away from high school as soon as everyone's caps are thrown into the air.
I kind of feel sad about leaving high school, but I'm also excited to start a new journey in life.
Honestly, I can't wait to get out of here. I've been super excited to go to college for a very long time, and I don't like high school very much, so I kind of want to leave.
I'm really excited for the next 4 years at college and what's to come for me, but high school has been the best 4 years of my life so far, so it's definitely going to be weird, like not seeing all my friends every day and not being 5 minutes away from Wawa, not being 5 minutes away from my friend's house, and it's just going to be something different, but I'm really sad about it.
I'm ready to leave high school, but I'm not sure I'm ready to say goodbye to my friends, is how I feel about it.
Washington Township High School was a huge part of our lives that helped play a role in sculpting and shaping who we are today and what we have become. This is Emily Mendoza reporting for the last time from Monthly Rewind Season 22.
All right, your last chance at it. Where are you from? All right, have a good day.
I can't believe it's over, man. 4 years in this classroom has undoubtedly changed my life. I know segments aren't supposed to be written in a first-person manner, but I will be breaking the rules a bit for my last one. Last month I made a segment about the teacher who made it all possible, but for the final segment of Bouchard's last show, I wanted to make it about the experiences in this classroom as a whole. Sure, some days had their ups and downs, but it's safe to say that every single course taking place in this room, G212, has been my favorite course every year in my high school career. I speak for all seasons of Monthly Rewind when I say this room means so much to each and every one of us.
G212 I feel like means everything to me because I grew up in this classroom from freshman year to senior year, like from telecommunications to being producer of Rewind. Like I learned everything from G212. I met all my friends from G212. We still talk. And it's like G212 is a family. Like it's literally your family. Like you can leave this room, but you can always come back to this room in the end.
To me, I feel like G212 kind of represents that classroom that everyone kind of wants, where they kind of feel like they belong. This room kind of helped me get out of like everyday life and kind of chill, take a break, chill on the couch, or just start editing a video, whether it's for the class or just a personal project, kind of just take my mind off things.
G212 is honestly like more than just a classroom, you know. You're obviously in school, but you come here every day and it feels like you're just having fun because you're with people you like. It's just a really good start to the day.
Having been a member of every course, including Comtech before it was renamed into Intro to TV Production, I can truly say that my time in G212 has changed my outlook on film and television. After just 1 year in the classroom, I was set with having a career in this field along with many other peers. Moving on from season 21 last year was very heart-wrenching when thinking about all the memories we've shared together. Me along with the other Rewinders can't even imagine what it's going to feel like having to leave this room permanently after June 19th. Surely enough, all Rewinders withhold many valuable memories from their time in G212.
My greatest experience was probably meeting all these different types of people. Like, everyone is so different in this class. Everyone comes from different backgrounds, different friend groups, and that's my biggest memory, is just meeting all these different types of people that you come so close to be with.
Well, I guess my favorite memories were just coming from Monthly Rewind, both seasons, 21 and 22, and just seeing everyone bond together so close. Just seeing that alone makes me enjoy this classroom particularly a lot more than any other class.
Season 16, when I had my heart attack, my kids all came to see me in the hospital, and after I got out of the hospital, I was still home for like a month and a half. They came to visit me at home, which was really cool.
G212 means more than a classroom does, without a doubt. I think every Rewinder would agree with me when I say G212 doesn't feel like a classroom. It simply doesn't have that same negative vibe school classrooms typically have. It's been a place for me, along with the other Rewinders, to escape the stresses and annoyances of the normal school day and replace it with a place that encourages creativity, freedom, and of course, the people. The people in G212 form a bond like no other at Washington Township High School. Every season of Monthly Rewind inevitably becomes a family, and it truly is a beautiful thing to reflect on at the end of the year. This classroom provides us with so much that all the Rewinders are going to miss very dearly.
Of course, I'm going to miss the people, especially the juniors that they're going to be staying here next year. I'm going to miss just all the inside jokes and the Bart Simpson that's in the G212 and the mailbox and just everything in the room that makes it G212.
What I'm gonna miss most is just everyone in the classroom making memories together. I think this was a really good group of people, and to be able to experience such great times with them has been really nice, and I'm gonna miss that a lot.
Honestly, I'm just gonna miss being able to come here every day, and it's you've had some of these people in your class for 2-3 years, so you know them very well, you like everyone in the class, and it feels like a family. Honestly, I'm just gonna miss being able to come to class every day and being friends with everyone and liking everyone in the classroom.
Of course, G212 isn't all about freedom and doing what you want because you can. Mr. Bouchard has to get us to that point first. With there being 4 years of class available, there is obviously a ton of time to learn all about television and video production. Starting from the basics, we go all the way up to learning how to operate the entire studio and how to put together a segment like professionals do. While all this knowledge will prove to be very useful for us in the future, you learn more than just how to do things. G212 has taught us more than that. This involves messages with deeper and more figurative meanings and just life lessons overall.
If you don't enjoy what you're working on in this class, or in anything really in life, the final product, the end product, is not going to be what you're really capable of if you don't enjoy it.
Well, I've learned a lot in this class, but I think the most valuable thing is that I learned to capitalize on what I'm most passionate about. A good example of this was that I just made the Sam Awards video. I never would have imagined myself 4 years ago rushing a huge video and actually enjoying it, but now I have.
Not to judge a book by its cover, I think a lot of times just it's human nature to look at someone and create an opinion of who they are and what they're going to be. And I think 90% of the time we're probably wrong. And just let everybody be who they are.
Clearly, G212 is an amazing place. While this segment may come off as a bit glorified, everything about this classroom realistically means that much to all the Rewinders and Bouchard himself. Having been a 4-year member, it is no surprise that I consider G212 my home away from home. Students spend many free periods in this classroom for a reason. There is truly no better place to be in school for us monthly Rewinders. It is no secret that this room has held a strong legacy for a long time and will continue to do so. In honor of G212, I gave the Rewinders a chance to say whatever they wanted about this classroom.
Even though it is school, even though we're doing work in here, it never really feels like that because you're always with people you enjoy being with.
It's definitely been a big part of my year this year, and I'm gonna miss coming here.
This place is kind of like an escape. I can like express my creativity and just like have fun with everybody. So being in this room like meant a lot to me.
These 4 years of G212 flew by, and just thinking that Friday is the last day that we're ever going to be together in this class again is really sad, and I'm gonna miss everyone watching this right now.
I hope I get to experience an atmosphere like that again in my life, but I don't know. It's hard to beat.
Just being in the room and the whole class, my whole 4 years of high school was one of the greatest things I've ever done. It's one of my favorite high school experiences.
The really special thing about this room is it's so big that you can kind of get lost in it, but you can kind of just come in here and almost be creative and just kind of let yourself go.
G212, my house. The memories I've made here, I'll remember for the rest of my life.
I'm definitely gonna miss like season 22, like the half of them that are graduating. But you know, that opens up the door for the people that we meet next year in season 23. I mean, I'm definitely gonna miss Mr. Bouchard because you know he's leaving with them.
I'm gonna miss it. Like when you think about G212, it's just gonna have like a special place in your heart. You're gonna be like, that was a great class and a great year.
Probably the highlight of high school so far, and I think in a couple years and down the line, I think this will be the place that I remember from high school.
I'm going to miss it. You know, like I said, I've been here forever, it seems, and you know, I keep thinking, you know, this time of year you always think, well, next year we'll do this or next year we'll do that, but for me, there's no next year. You know, I'm going to be retired, and it's been a heck of a ride. I'm going to miss it.
The entire G212 experience with Mr. Bouchard has undoubtedly changed my life along with many others, and it's very sad that my time here has finally come to an end. It's truly hard to think that the future students won't have the true experience with the creator, Mr. Bouchard, no longer being present in the classroom. The least I can say to that is I am more than proud to be Bouchard's last producer. And of course, Bouchard and I both know the show will be under good hands with the new teacher and Season 23's amazingly talented producer, John Machichi. Making my 18th final segment was a very surreal time for me. I really can't believe that 4 years have passed so quickly. On behalf of Seasons 21 and 22, here is a tribute video created to symbolize my time in this room and the end of a chapter. As Season 23 turns the page, Bouchard and the first 22 seasons of Monthly Rewind wish them the best. For the last time, this has been Tom Copsetta from Monthly Rewind, Seasons 21 and 22, and this is the end of a chapter.
So this is where it ends, the road we took together. Turn another page, however and forever. We only got one chance, the seconds are fading. Under the moonlight, we're wishing the same thing. I wanna remember this moment, remember this moment, remember this moment. Tonight, I'm thinking it's time to burn it all down before the rest of my life. So never look back into your heart, and I will give you my hand. There's nothing stopping you and me from making all these memories. There's nothing stopping you and me from making all these memories. Another line begins, I wonder what comes after.
That's it, Miguel.
It's a wrap.
They're all gone.
Season 21's over, man. Season 22's where it's at.
We got one chance before it's all over. Under the moonlight, I want you to hold on. We're gonna remember this moment, remember this moment, remember this moment. Tonight, I'm thinking it's time to burn it all down before the rest of my life. So never look back
All right, for the last time, this is Monthly Rewind Season 22, signing off.
Yeah.
Absolute flames.